The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
On this episode, I am honored to host a distinguished guest with whom I will discuss local and national issues. Her extensive volunteer service spans over 3 decades, and she has made history as the first African American woman to hold the position of vice mayor in Knoxville, Tennessee. Additionally, she was the first woman elected to the city council to represent the 6th district. Given that my hometown has transformed into one of the top 10 cities attracting new residents, it is evident that her contributions are remarkable. Recently, I came across a social media post featuring her at the Democratic National Convention, prompting me to reach out and invite her to share her experience, celebrate her achievements, and discuss the future of Knoxville. Welcome to the show, Gwen McKenzie.
Thank you.
How you doing today, Gwen?
Doing great. Doing great. Thank you for the opportunity to come on.
I'm very appreciative that you made the time to come on. You had the time to come on, and I'm just thankful. I seen the post where you went to the Democratic National Convention, and I said I want to know her experience. I want to know what's been going on at home, how I can contribute to whatever's going on at home in any kind of way I can, and just have a conversation with Gwen.
Well, thank you so much for that.
Yeah. So my first question I wanted to ask you was like, the first thing I wanted to ask you was, what makes Knoxville like one of the top 10 cities now that people want to move to? Why is it's growing so fast and people are so interested in it? What makes it and what have y'all done to make it one of the top 10 cities that people want to move to?
So
So
that's a
that's a
great
great
question.
question.
And I
And I
think
think
Knoxville
Knoxville
got that
got that
reputation
reputation
a
a
little bit
little
by
bit by
default.
default.
So
Mm-hmm.
there's
So
so
there's
many
so many
people
people
in
in
states
states
like
like
California
California
that are
that are
looking
looking
to
to
move to
move
the
to the
South
South
because the
because the
cost of
cost
living
of
is
living
so
is so
incredibly
incredibly
high
high
there in
there
other
in other
states.
states.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
so the
so the
majority of
majority of
people
people
seem
seem
to
to
gravitate to
gravitate to
Nashville
Nashville
first.
first.
Yeah.
We here in the
We
state
here
of
in the state of
Tennessee
Tennessee
already know
already
that
know that
Nashville,
Nashville,
in our
in
opinion,
our
is kind
opinion,
of
is kind of
overpopulated.
overpopulated.
Yeah.
The way
The
that
way
the
that the
city
city
is
is
built,
built,
especially with the
especially with the
downtown
downtown
area,
area,
you have the
you have the
interstate that
interstate that
goes
goes
through
through
downtown.
downtown.
Mm-hmm.
They're
They're
continuing to
continuing to
build down
build
there,
down there,
but they are
but they are
landlocked.
landlocked.
Yeah.
So
So
traffic coming
traffic
through
coming through
Nashville
Nashville
is
is
horrendous.
horrendous.
So
Yes.
I've
So
heard
I've
from a
heard
lot of
from a lot
people
of
that
people
they
that they
visit
visit
Nashville
Nashville
first.
first.
They
Mm-hmm.
think
They
the
think the
traffic is
traffic is
horrible.
horrible.
They feel
They
like
feel
it's
like
this
it's this
very overpopulated
overpopulated
city.
city.
So
Mm-hmm.
they
So
start
they
looking
start
at
looking at
what's a
what's
day
a day
trip
trip
to
to
Yeah.
Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah.
So here you
So
go
here
with
you go with
Knoxville,
Knoxville,
which is
which is
also a day
also a day
trip to
trip to
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
to
to
Asheville, and
Asheville,
other
and other
cities.
cities.
And
And
so I
so
think
I
what
think what
people have
people have
found
found
in
in
Nashville is
Nashville
that
is
we
that
are
we are
a
a
small
small
city with a
city with a
big
big
city
city
feel.
feel.
Mm-hmm.
We have a
We
lot
have a
of
lot of
walkability.
walkability.
People
People
love
love
the
the
parks,
parks,
the
the
greenery.
greenery.
Downtown is
Downtown is
booming
booming
now.
now.
Yeah.
It's
It's
almost a
almost a
destination
destination
state.
state.
Mm-hmm.
We
We
also
also
have our
have our
zoo
zoo
that's
that's
there
there
that
that
is one
is
of the
one of the
top
top
zoos.
zoos.
I think
I
we're in
think
the
we're in the
top
top
25
25
or
or
30
30
in the
in the
country. You
country.
would
You
be
would be
amazed
amazed
at
at
what our
our
Knoxville
Knoxville
Zoo
Zoo
looks like
looks like
now.
now.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then
we're in
we're in
close
close
proximity to
proximity
the
to the
Smoky
Smoky
Mountains,
Mountains,
Yeah.
Pigeon
Yeah.
Pigeon
Forge,
Forge,
Allenburg,
Allenburg,
Dollywood,
Dollywood,
all of
all
those
of those
different
different
things. And
things.
so
So
people want
people
to be
want to
in
be in
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Now,
what I
what I
will
will
say
say
is
is
locally,
locally,
residents
residents
here, we
here,
kind
we
of
kind
feel
of
like,
feel like,
man, these
man, these
housing
housing
prices are
prices are
getting
getting
outrageous.
outrageous.
But
Yeah.
for a
But for a
person who's
person who's
coming
coming
from
from
a
a
California,
California
whose
whose
cost of
cost of
living
living
is
is
probably
probably 4 or 5 times
times greater than
greater than
ours,
ours,
they
Mm-hmm.
they
think these
think these
housing
housing
prices are
prices are
great.
great.
That's true.
So it's
So it's
almost
almost
one of
one
those
of those
things when
things
you
when you
have
have
that
that
those
those
growing
growing
pains to
pains to
supply and
supply and
demand,
demand,
and it
and it
puts an
puts an
undue
undue
burden
burden
sometimes
sometimes
on the
on the
residents,
residents,
especially
especially
those
those
who are
who are
kind of
kind of
like
like
barely middle
barely middle
class
class
Mm-hmm.
or
or
working their
working their
way
way
into middle
into middle
class.
class.
Yeah.
It
It
poses a
poses a
challenge.
challenge.
Me being in real estate, it's interesting to me how all of the locals in these cities of Nashville, Charlotte, Knoxville, the locals are moving to the suburbs, and then you have people from New York and California moving into the city because of, like you said, the prices. But
Hmm.
I was listening to certain individuals talk about like how we're having a housing shortage, and I think to me personally, it's not a housing shortage, it's a wage gap that people can't afford to live in the medium price of homes of 400,000 plus. That was just my perspective of it. And is there anything that can be done or should be done to keep the locals local?
Well,
Well,
of course
of
we want
course,
to
we
keep
want to keep
locals
locals
local,
local,
but at the
but
end
at
of
the
the
end of the
day,
day,
that's
that's
actually up to
actually
an
up to an
individual.
individual.
So it's
So it's
almost as
almost
if,
as if.
so
So
what's your
what's your
circumstances
circumstances
currently?
currently?
You know,
Yeah.
what type of
Type of
job do you
job
have?
do you
What are
have?
your
What are your
wages? Are
wages?
you a
Are you a
two
two
family
family
home
home
person home?
home?
So
Mm,
you
So
have
you
two
have two
incomes
incomes
coming in
coming
that
in
that
that
truly
truly
helps.
helps.
yeah.
Do you
Do
need
you
to
need
look
to
at,
look at,
hey,
hey,
consider that
consider
I
that
need to
I need
make
to
more
make more
money.
money.
So
So
maybe I
maybe
need
I
to
need
get
to
better
get better
job
job
skills. I
skills.
need
I
to
need to
apply for
apply for
something
something
that's
that's
paying
paying
more.
more.
And so
And
all
so
those
all
things
those things
coming into,
come
into
into
play.
play.
You know, we
You know,
do
we do
have a lot
have
of
a lot of
affordable
affordable
housing. So
housing.
we
So we
actually just
actually
did
just did
a
a
ribbon
ribbon
cutting
cutting
where the old
where the old
Austin
Austin
Homes
Homes
is.
is.
I
It's now
seen
It's
it.
called
now
the
called the
First Ticket
Ticket
Austin, and
Austin,
I
and I
actually
actually
posted a
posted
live
a
on
live
that
on
as
that as
well.
well.
Hmm.
And that's
And
mixed
that's
income.
mixed
So you
income. So
have
you have
people who are
people who are
paying
paying
market
market
rate
rate
as well
as
as
well as
people
people
who are
who
on
are on
vouchers
vouchers
Yeah.
that are
that are
living
living
there.
there.
And so
And
I
so I
really
really
like
like
that
that
concept.
concept.
And
And
then
then
it's in
it's in
close
close
proximity to
proximity to
downtown.
downtown.
It's
It's
East
East
Knoxville.
Knoxville.
You know
You
that
know
we're
that we're
building
building
a
a
baseball
baseball
stadium
stadium
Yeah.
in
in
between East
between East
Knoxville
Knoxville
and the
and
old
the
city.
city.
So
Hmm.
there'll
So
be
there'll be
some
some
pathways
pathways
that
that
people
people
at
at
First
First
Cricket
Cricket
Austin will
Austin
be
will be
able to
able to
walk
walk
to
to
ball
ball
field.
field.
So what
So
I
what I
hope that
hope that
looks
looks
like
like
is
is
that
that
teenagers,
teenagers,
some
some
people,
people,
they'll be
they'll be
employed by
employed
the
by the
ball
ball
field
field,
and you
and
can
you can
walk to
walk to
work
work
from where
from
you
where you
live.
live.
That's nice. That's interesting because the ball field is they'll be employed 24. They'll be employed all year at the ball field because it needs work the
Absolutely.
whole time. And that's interesting that it's uh, mixed financial community where they'll help people and people paying market rate also. I never seen that before done. I think
Hmm.
that's a new idea or something, but that I'm not aware of. But I'm
It
glad
It
that
is.
you
is,
told me.
Yeah, and
yeah,
the
and the
fact that
fact
we
that we
did
did
that
that
was
that was
proposed.
proposed,
We
we
actually
actually
got a
got a
federal
federal
HUD
HUD
grant
grant
Hmm.
that
that
invested,
invested,
I think, over
over
30 to
30 to
$40
$40
million
million dollars
into that
into that
concept.
concept.
So
So
we've
we've
also
also
applied for
applied for
her
her
federal
federal
grant
grant
money to
money
do
to
the
do the
same
same
thing
thing
in
in
Western
Western
Heights.
Heights.
So
Hmm.
it's
So it's
called,
called,
that
that
project is
project is
called
called
Transforming
Transforming
West.
West.
Oh
And
man.
we
And we
did
did
receive
receive
that
that
grant as
grant as
well.
well.
So
So
that's
that's
getting ready
getting
to
ready to
start.
start.
And so
And
I'm
so I'm
excited
excited
about the
about the
beautification,
beautification,
especially,
especially
when we
when we
think
think
about
about
Walter
Walter
P.
P.
Yeah.
That
That
actually
actually
got
got
grant
grant
funding,
funding,
and it
and it
looks
looks
like
like
homes
homes
now.
now.
Yeah. I
You know,
You
it
like
know,
it.
it
looks like
looks like
someplace
someplace
that
that
you
you
want to
want to
have
have
fond
fond
memories
memories
of
of
compared to
compared
what
to
it
what
looked
it
like
looked like
before.
before.
And the
And the
same thing
same
for
thing for
Austin
Austin
Home.
Home.
But
But
during that
during that
particular
particular
time
time
period when
period
they
when
were
they were
built,
built, that was
that
the
was the
model
model
and
and
the
the concept.
concept.
Hmm.
And so
And
I'm
so I'm
glad to
glad to
see the
see the
intentionality
intentionality
now
now
around
around
making it
making
be
it be
more
more
like
like
homes. You
homes.
got
You got
playgrounds
playgrounds
there.
there.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and
and
so a
so a
lot of
lot
people,
of
there were
people, there were
about, I
about,
think
I
they
think they
told me that
told me
there
that
were
there
like
were like
120
120
people
people
who
who
had to
had
be
to be
relocated
relocated
from
from
Austin
Austin
Home
Home
Hmm.
for the
for the
demolition and the
demolition and the
rebuild.
rebuild.
We had
We
just
had just
finished
finished
the
the
Walter
Walter
P.
P.
Five
Five
Points
Points
Project.
project.
A
Hmm.
lot
A
of
lot of
people, so
people,
they
so they
had
had
options of
options
where
of
they
where they
wanted to
wanted to
go.
go.
There were
There
a
were a
large
large
portion of
portion of
people
people
who
who
chose to
chose to
go
go
to
to
Five
Five
Points and
Points and
Walter
Walter
P
P
because
because
those were
those were
new.
new.
Yeah.
And only
And only
25
25
people
people
have
have
opted to
opted to
come
come
back to
back to
Austin
Austin
Home,
Home,
First Creek at
First Creek at
Austin,
Austin,
Hmm.
from Five
from Five
Points.
Points.
Because as
Because
you
as you
know, when
know, when
something feels
something
like
feels like
home
home
and you're
and you're
comfortable there,
comfortable
you
there,
want to
you want to
stay.
stay.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
it's
a
a
big
big
deal
deal
to
to
be
be
moving
moving
multiple
multiple
times. And so
times.
I
And so
like
I
that
like
people
that
feel like
people
they
feel
have
like
that
they have that
stability now
stability
in
now
house.
in house.
That's good to have stability. And then people want something now. They want it now.
Absolutely.
They don't want to wait on things. And I seen where they had a workout facility also in
Yes.
Austin. It was beautiful. I said, goodness, they taking care of the people, and I like seeing people
Yes.
get
Yes.
took care of. Now,
Absolutely.
Something that you said probably 2 or 3 minutes ago caught my attention because it's like the financial situation with a person is an individual problem, but like I think that people like living alone. I don't know why. Like me, just I've been married for 3 years now, and I see the benefits in a union and
Mm-hmm.
how it makes your life easier, or you help each other evolve. I see benefits in a union. And do you think like this is an assumption for me? Do you think like people wanting to be alone and people trying to buy homes and do things alone is the reason why we need more units and more homes and stuff? And unity needs to be promoted more, or am I just overthinking?
No, I
No,
think
I
it
think
just
it just
depends on a
depends on a
person's
person's
perspective. And a
perspective.
lot
And
of
a lot
times
of
it's
times it's
how
how
maybe how
maybe
you
how
were
you were
raised.
raised.
Hmm.
Because there's
Because
some
there's
people
some
who
people
don't
who
want the
don't want the
responsibility of a
responsibility of a
house.
house.
Because when
Yeah.
you
Because
have
when
a
you have a
house,
house,
there's a
there's a
yard
yard
that has
that
to
has
be
to be
taken
taken
care of and
care
there's
of and there's
upkeep.
upkeep.
There's
There's
city
city
and
and
county
county
taxes
taxes
if you
if
live
you
in the
live in the
city.
Hmm.
city.
Yeah.
So there's
So
a lot
there's
of
a lot of
responsibility that
responsibility
goes
that goes
along with
along
being
with
a
being a
homeowner.
homeowner.
Hmm.
Uh,
Uh,
and
and
so
so
it's
it's
just
just
a matter
a
of
matter of
preference, I
preference,
think,
I
for
think, for
some
some
people.
people.
Yeah. So, Gwen, we did a podcast before on the Two Brothers with my boy Troy, and I never got to ask you because when I introduced you, it said 30 years of service. So I
Mhm.
want to know what got you into wanting to be of service to your people and to be of service to the community.
So it
So it
actually
actually
started
started
when I
when
was
I
a
was a
kid
kid
because
because
that's
that's
all I
all I
ever
ever
saw my
saw my
parents
parents
do:
do,
Yeah.
work and give
and give
back.
back.
Yeah.
And that
And
was
that was
consistent.
consistent.
That was
Hmm.
That
just
was
very
just very
consistent. My
consistent. My
mother was
mother
a
was a
school
school
teacher,
teacher,
but she
but
was a
she was a
community
community
volunteer.
volunteer.
She was
She was
out,
out,
with
with
NAACP,
NAACP,
different
different
organizations,
organizations,
and different
and
things
different
in the
things in the
community.
community.
And then my
And then my
dad
dad
started the
started the
Urban
Urban
League. So
League. So
that's
that's
all
all
about
about
helping
helping
people
people
find
find
jobs
jobs
and all
and all
kinds of
kinds of
different
different
things.
things.
So
So
that's what I
that's
was
what I was
exposed to
exposed
as a
to as a
kid.
kid.
So it
So it
just
just
became
became
part of
part of
my
my
DNA
DNA
and
and
who I
who I
am.
am.
Hmm. I
Now,
like
Now,
that.
politics
politics
Yeah.
wasn't part
wasn't
of
part of
that
that
at
Hmm.
at
all.
all.
So how did you get started in politics and interest in politics?
So
So
what's
what's
funny
funny
is
is
this is a
this is a
God
God
thing for
thing for
me.
me.
It
Hmm.
It
really
really
is
is
because
because
I don't know
I
if
don't know
you
if you
remember
remember
Mark
Mark
Brown.
Brown.
He
He
was
was
a
a
sixth
sixth
district city
district city
council
council
person.
person.
Yeah.
He was
He was
actually the
actually the
vice
vice
mayor,
mayor,
and then he
and then he
became a
became a
magistrate.
magistrate.
Hmm.
And
And
so
so
the
the
funny
funny
thing is,
thing is,
Mark
Mark was grew
he grew
he
up
grew
with
up with
us.
us.
So he
So
and
he
my
and my
older
older
brother were
brother were
best
best
friends. He's
friends. He's
my
my
nephew's
nephew's
godfather,
godfather,
and just
and
part
just
of our
part of our
family.
family.
So he
Yeah.
So he
called me
called
one
me
day
one
and
day and
said,
said,
"Sis,
"Sis,
I need
yeah,
you
I
to
need you
pray
to pray
about
about
something."
something."
So I'm
So
like,
I'm
"Okay,
like,
what
"Okay,
is
what
it?"
is
Your,
it?"
your
Your
mom, your
mom, your
son,
son,
what's
what's
up?
up?
He said,
He
"I
said,
need
"I
you to
need you
pray
to pray
about
about
running for
running for
city
city
council."
council."
And
And
so,
so,
quote
quote
unquote, I
unquote, I
said, "Why
said,
would I
"Why would
want
I
to do
want to do
something
something
crazy
crazy
like
like
that?"
that?"
I said,
I said,
"Mark, you know
"Mark,
I
you know
don't
I don't
bother
bother
people."
people."
Hmm.
I
I
said,
said,
I
"I
stay out
stay
of
out of
people
people
after
after the
way.
way.
I
I
just
just
like
like
helping
helping
people."
people."
I
I
said,
said,
God
God
doesn't
doesn't
lead me
leave
from
me
a
from
lot
a
of
lot of
things,
things,
but we
Hmm.
but
still
we still
working on
working
his
on his
cousin.
cousin.
So
Yeah.
So
he
he
started
started
laughing,
laughing,
but he
but he
started
started
telling me
telling me
about
about
all the
all the
reasons why
reasons
he
why he
thought I
thought I
would be
would be
good.
good.
Okay.
And it
And it
went
went
back to
back
a
to a
lot
lot
of
of
giving
giving
back to
back
the
to the
community,
community,
the
the
volunteer
volunteer
work,
work,
and the
and the
service.
service.
Hmm.
Uh,
Uh,
I
I
eventually
eventually
broke
broke
down
down
and
and
prayed
prayed
about
about
it,
it,
Yeah.
and
and
he had
had
the full
full
support of
support
my
of my
family,
family,
my
my
close
close
circle
circle
of
of
people.
people.
And I
And I
just said,
just said,
God, if
God,
this
if
is
this
what
is
you
what
would
you
have
have
me
me
to
to
do,
do,
you
you
know,
know,
I'm in
I'm
it to
in it to
win
win
it,
it,
if
Yeah.
if
that's your
that's your
will.
will.
And so
And
we
so
had
we had
13
13
people in
people
that
in that
race.
race.
That
That
broke a
broke a
record.
record.
Hmm.
We've
We've
never had
never had
13
13
people
people
in one
one
seat
seat
before.
before.
Hmm.
And I
And I
was
was
one of
one of
the
the
top
top
vote. We
vote.
were the
We're the
top
top
vote
vote
getter.
getter.
Yeah.
And then
And
we
then we
went
went
citywide,
citywide,
and I
Hmm.
and I
won
won
from
from
there.
there.
Man, that's a beautiful thing because it wasn't even something that you was even interested in
Nope.
doing. So like me, I never seen people in my life of service really. Like I had an uncle that was the sheriff. He was the sergeant for 20 years in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember Sarge from Sarge's Barbecue. Homeboy.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
know
know
that was
that we
your
were.
Yeah, that's my
oh,
uncle.
we
Oh,
really
we
have
really have
good
good
people.
people.
And he was in the military for like 20 years or whatever. But that's the
Yeah.
only person I seen serve the community in my
Mhm.
life or whatever. If a person like me would want to get involved in serving, what would you suggest that I do to?
So
So
I would
I would
ask you,
ask
what's
you,
your
what's your
passion?
passion?
Is it
Is it
education? Is
education?
it
Is it
about
about
kids?
kids?
Is it
Is it
about
about
hunger,
hunger,
food
food
insecurities?
insecurities?
Is it
Is it
about
about
health
health
inequities?
inequity?
Because the
Because the
needs are
needs are
great.
great.
So the first thing you need to identify is what's your passion in giving back? What's important enough to you that you say that I want to give my time and probably my dollars to.
I would love to speak about knowledge of consuming foods and conversate
Mm-hmm.
with helping kids eat different and talk about food and stuff, and what's being put into the foods that is dangerous, and what's causing us to have these diseases and high blood pressure and diabetes
Yeah.
and things like that, and what's preventing women from having children and men for having low count or whatever because of what they're consuming. I would love to get involved with that and converse with people for free. But when I do talk to people about that, it seems like the addiction of food is so powerful that they if they feel offended when I start talking about certain things that we
Right.
consume.
I can see that, and a lot of times, fast
Fast
food
food
becomes
becomes
a
a
habit,
habit,
especially
especially
in
in
our
our
community, the Black
black
community.
community.
We're
We're
not
not
necessarily
necessarily
growing
growing
up
up
eating
eating
fresh
fresh
fruits and
fruits and
vegetables,
vegetables,
Yeah.
right?
right?
Mom and
Mom and
daddy
daddy
might be
might be
working,
working,
have
have
jobs,
jobs,
so that's
that's
food, so
food,
we
so we
want them
want them
to
to
eat
eat
more
more
fast food
fast
than
food than
anything.
anything.
So
So
again,
again,
it
it
all
all
becomes a
becomes a
habit and
habit
a
and a
lifestyle.
lifestyle.
That's true.
The
The
same
same
thing
thing
with
with
us
us
not
not
going
going
to
to
the
the
doctor
doctor
and
and
having
having
preventative
preventative
care.
care.
Yeah.
A lot
A
of
lot of
times I
times I
think
think
this is
this is
why
why
we
we
find
find
in
in
our
our
community
community
we
we
have
have
suffer
suffer
from
from
so
so
much
much
high
high
blood
blood
pressure,
pressure,
diabetes,
diabetes,
heart
heart
disease.
disease.
Number
Number
one,
one,
it
it
goes
goes
back to,
back
as
to,
you
as you
said,
said,
what we're
what we're
eating and
eating and
putting in
putting
our
in our
bodies.
bodies.
Yeah.
But
But
then
then
we
we
don't
don't
find that
find
we
that we
have it
have it
until
until
something
something
bad
bad
happens.
happens.
Mhm.
Whereas we
Whereas we
could be
could be
going to
going
the
to the
doctor and
doctor and
having
having
annual
annual
checkups
checkups
to be
to be
able to
able to
prevent
prevent
those
those
things and
things
getting
and
those
getting those
diagnoses.
diagnoses.
That's true. That's true. That's interesting. And a lot of people say you got to have money to eat right, Trevor. You got to have money to eat right. I don't think that that's true because here where I'm located, it's a lot of farmers markets, and I know that Knoxville has some of the best farmers markets also, especially the one near Lakeshore, where it used to be the mental facility, but now it's not no more. Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful park, and they have nice farmers markets, and the food, the fresh fruits and vegetables, be lower than at the grocery store. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
as that would be something that I would want to be interested in doing to serve the people, though. But let me get to a question too before we talk about the Democratic National Convention because I don't want to take too much of your time, Gwen.
Oh
Oh
no, I'm
no, I'm
fine. We
fine.
can
We
talk
talk
about
about
that.
that.
So politics. I wrote this down. I wanted to ask you, how difficult is it in politics when a person's race think that you should do something specifically for them when you are not in service to a race, but to a city, a state, or a country as a whole?
That's an
That's an
interesting
interesting
question
question
because
because
as
as
an
an
African
African
American, as
American,
a
as a
Black
black
person,
person,
it's
it's
close to
close to
us
us
because
because
it's
it's
part of
part of
us,
us,
Yeah.
especially when
especially
you're
when you're
raised up
raised
in a
up in a
community.
community.
And
And
so
so
it
it
is
is
different
different
once you
once
get
you get
elected and
elected
you
and you
sit in
sit in
these
these
seats
seats
and you
and you
really
really
have a
have a
thousands of
thousands of
view
view
of
of
that,
that,
your
your
community
community
as
as
well as
well
your
as your
city,
city,
Yeah.
and
and
what you
what you
can and
can and
cannot
cannot
get
get
done
done
immediately
immediately
versus
versus
what are
what are
long-term
long-term
strategies.
strategies.
And
And
so
so
for
for
people,
people,
again,
again,
if
if
all I've
all I've
ever
ever
known is
known
my
is my
community,
community,
I'm not
I'm
really
not really
thinking
thinking
about the
about the
entire
entire
city. And
city.
so
And so
sometimes we
sometimes
have
we
to
have to
have those
have those
conversations.
conversations.
But
But
there's
there's
still a
still a
lot,
lot,
inequities
inequities
in the
in the
Black
Black
community,
community,
not just
not
here in
just here in
Knoxville,
Knoxville,
but
but
nationally.
nationally.
Mm-hmm.
And so
And so,
depending on
depending
how
on how
big the
big the
city
city
is,
is,
a lot
a
of
lot of
times it
times it
depends
depends
on the
on the
African
African
American
American
population
population
in the
in the
city
city
and the
and the
amount of
amount of
Black
Black
wealth
wealth
that is
that
in a
is in a
city
city
Yeah.
that
that
really
really
helps
helps
shift the
shift the
paradigm.
paradigm.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
here in
here in
Knoxville,
Knoxville,
we
we
only
only
have a
have a
16,
16,
17%
17%
African
African
American
American
population
population
here in the
Yeah.
in the
city,
city,
and we
and
have
we have
very
very
little
little
Black
Black
wealth.
wealth.
Yeah. That's true.
So,
So,
the
the
biggest thing
biggest
for
thing for
me
me
is
is
trying to
trying to
help
help
from an
from an
infrastructure
infrastructure
perspective.
perspective.
You
You
know,
know,
with
with
urban
urban
renewals
renewals
that
that
happened, we
happened,
used
we
to
used
have
to have
100
100
Black
Black
businesses
businesses
Mm-hmm.
back in
back in
the 30s,
30s,
20s,
20s,
30s,
30s,
40s,
40s,
50s.
50s,
With
with
urban
urban
renewal
renewal
that
Mm-hmm.
took
that took
away
away
all of
all of
that.
that.
A lot
A
of
lot of
those
those
businesses
businesses
couldn't
couldn't
rebound. A
rebound,
lot
a
of them
lot of them
relocated.
relocated.
And so
And so
today, the
today, the
only
only
Black
Black
business
business
that
that
still
still
exists
exists
from urban
from urban
renewal
renewal
is
is
which
which
one?
one?
Can
Can
you
you
imagine?
imagine?
Can you
Can you
guess?
guess?
Is it off of Fifth Avenue?
It's
It's
now on
now on
MLK.
MLK.
But it used to be off of Fifth Avenue, didn't it?
No, sure if it's good or
I,
not.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yeah. So it's
Mm.
Jernigan. It's not a mortuary. It's a mortuary.
Golly, I should have known that. That's
Yep. Jernigan
mm.
is the only one that is still left from urban renewal.
Can we speak to black businesses? Because I used to own a business at home. It was just a car wash that was a slash car wash restaurant. But
Mhm.
uh, I just read the book. I think I talked to you about it offline. I got it right here, just coincidentally. The post traumatic slave syndrome. I want to speak to something, but like businesses, businesses don't survive long at home, even if they're thriving for a minute. And that's just not at home. That's nationwide with black businesses. It's like I don't, I can't say that we don't support each other, but we don't support each other to the point to where we're thriving and we might have to close down. And I know the Diamond Mobile Car Wash is still in Knoxville too, though. That's one of the businesses I know of. But uh, why don't we want to support each other? And me reading that book, it's like we're still traumatized from slavery and don't even know it. And we're conditioned to try to please other individuals and not support our own.
Right. I
Right, I
totally
totally
agree with
agree
you
with
on
you on
that.
that.
And a
And a
lot of
lot
it
of it
is
is
generational,
generational,
where
where
we
we
have this
have this
craft
craft
mentality
mentality
that if
that
I
if I
can't have
can't
it,
have it,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
anyone
anyone
else
else
to
to
have it.
have it.
In the
In the
community that
community
looks
that looks
like
like
me,
me.
I
I
think that
think
we're
that we're
starting to
starting to
shift a
shift a
little bit
little
with
bit
that
with that
paradigm.
paradigm.
But
But
what
what
I
I
would suggest to a
suggest to a
person
person
that
that
today would
today
be
would be
interested in
interested in
opening up a
opening up a
business
business
is
is
make sure
make
you're
sure you're
taking
taking
advantage of
advantage
the
of the
programs
programs
that
that
are out
are
there
out there
now
now
to
to
help
help
support
support
build
build
black
black
businesses
businesses
or
or
new
new
businesses.
businesses.
And they're
And they're
programs that
programs
if
that
you
if you
complete the
complete the
program,
program,
because they
because they
teach you how
teach
to
you how
do
to
a
do a
pro forma,
performer,
all
all
those
those
things
things
to
to
help you
help
be
you
able
be
to
able
be
to be
sustainable.
sustainable. Mm-hmm.
That you'll
That
have
you'll
like
have
a
like a
monetary
monetary
reward
reward
or
or
grant
grant
after you
after you
complete the
complete the
program.
program.
The
The
good thing
good
that I
thing that
would
I would
say
say
today
today
is
is
um,
um,
stop
stop
thinking
thinking
black
black
and we
and
got to
we got to
start
start
thinking
thinking
green.
green. Yeah.
So,
So
what's a
what's a
product
product
that
that
any and
any and
everybody
everybody
would
would
want?
want?
You know what I'm
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
And
Yeah.
so
And
then
so then
that
that
way,
way
you don't
you
have
don't
to
have to
worry
worry
about
about
whether or
whether
not
or
your
not your
community
community
comes and
comes and
supports you.
supports you.
Because if
Because
you
if
have
you
a
have a
good
good
product,
product,
it's
it's
about
about
everybody. So
everybody.
you
So
got
you
to
got to
change your
change your
mindset to
mindset to
green,
green,
not
not
black or
black or
white or
white or
brown or
brown or
whatever.
whatever.
And so
And
I
so
do
I
see
do
that
see that
that's
that's
shifting
shifting
some
some
because a
because
lot
a
of
lot of
people,
people,
our white
our
brothers
white
and
brothers and
sisters,
sisters,
they
they
love
love
supporting black
supporting black
businesses.
businesses. That's true.
So I
So
do
I
think
do think
sometimes just
sometimes just
location,
location, mm-hmm,
and
and
making
making
sure
sure
that
that
you
you
run your
run your
establishment like
establishment
a
like a
business
business,
and
and
not just
not
for
just for
somebody to
somebody to
hang
hang
out,
out,
unless
unless
that's what
that's
your
what your
business
business
is.
is.
It's a
It's a
club or a
club or a
lounge,
lounge. Yeah.
but run
But
it like
run
a
it like a
business.
business. Mm-hmm. Professionally.
Exactly.
Exactly. I like that what you said. What because I got to take that into consideration in my mind when I create a business. We're minimizing ourselves by thinking just one way, and then
Exactly.
also people will say that why do we still need government? Why do we want to be helped by the government? Why do we consistently want assistance from the government? But the government is put in place to be of service to the people. So, like you were saying, you can go get the grant, go become more knowledgeable, and ask the government how could they assist you in a way to help you evolve your ideas. I like
Mhm.
that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
And
there's a
there's a
place for
place for
government
government
because
because
there's
there's
taxation.
taxation.
And so
And so
someone has to
someone has to
regulate those
regulate those
dollars.
dollars.
Someone has
Someone
to
has to
be
be
from
from
a
a
local,
local
state, and
state and
federal
federal
perspective when
perspective
it
when
comes
it
to
comes to
that,
that,
of how our
how our
economy
economy
works.
works. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Some might
Some
say
might say
necessary
necessary
evil,
evil,
but think
think
about our
about our
social
social
security
security
system is
system is
based on
based on
that.
that.
That's part
That's
of the
for the
government.
government.
You
You
know,
know,
a lot
a
of
lot of
different
different
programs.
programs. Okay, okay, that's true. I want to go to the if you want to talk anything more about like local politics and the goals and the things that we're trying to achieve in Knoxville, I would like to hear more. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I want to ask you like I want to go ahead and talk about because I want to go to a convention. the Democratic or the Republican convention. I want to go to both of them just to see,
Mhm.
because I'm
Yes.
I'm I'm registered as an independent. I'm gonna speak that first. I'm registered as an independent, but
Mhm.
I've only voted Democrat really as a Barack Obama. That's the only person I ever voted for or whatever. But
Mhm.
how did you get to go to that, and what was the experience like? Because it was so energetic, and me looking at both conventions, the Democratic convention looked more like what the America looks like today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let
So
me
let me
start
start
with
with
how I
how
got
I
to
got to
know.
know.
So
So
back in
back in
January, I
January,
was
I was
actually
actually
asked to be
asked
a
to be a
delegate.
delegate. Mm-hmm.
And at the
And at the
time, I
time,
was a
I was
little
a little
disillusioned
disillusioned
about the
about the
presidential
presidential
race.
race.
To be
To be
perfectly
perfectly
honest
honest
with
with
you,
you,
I'm like,
I'm like,
I don't
I
think
don't
I'm
think I'm
going to
gonna
take a
take a
week
week
and go
and go
there.
there,
And
and I don't.
my
My
heart's not
heart's
in
not
it,
in it. Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then
And
at
then
the
at the
last
last
minute,
minute, you know,
after
after
Kamala
Kamala
Harris
Harris
got
got
raised, and
raised,
I'm
and I'm
thinking,
thinking,
okay, so
okay,
now
so
it's
now
kind
it's
of a
kind of a
breath of
breath of
fresh
fresh
air.
air. Mm-hmm.
And
And
so it
so
was
it
too
was too
late to be
late
a
to be a
delegate
delegate
and
and
get
get
credentials.
credentials.
But the
But the
mayor
mayor
had
had
said, hey,
said,
I'm
"Hey,
a
I'm a
delegate.
delegate.
If you
If
want
you
to
want to
come,
come,
I think
I
they
think
have
they
a
have a
lottery
lottery
every day.
every day.
So
So
your
your
friends or
friends or
spouses
spouses
potentially
potentially
could
could
get
get
credentials.
credentials."
And I'm
And
like,
I'm
well,
like, well,
where should
yes,
I
I
go?
go.
Can't get a
Can't get a
room.
room.
And
And
she
she
had
had
actually
actually
offered
offered
to
for me to
stay in
stay
her
in her
room.
room.
And
Yeah.
so I
And
was
so I
like,
was like,
well,
well,
so I
so I
kind of
kind
thought
of thought
about it. I'm
about, I'm
like,
like,
flight's going
flight's
to be
gonna be
high.
high.
But
But
then I
then
was
I was
talking
talking
to
to
Cynthia
Cynthia
Finch,
Finch,
and
and
Cynthia is
Cynthia
the
is
AKA,
AKA,
and she
and she
said, "Girl,
said,
you
"Girl,
better
you better
come
come
on."
on."
She said,
She
"The
said, "The
AKA is
AKA is
running this
running this
convention."
convention." She
She
said,
said, "I
"I
got you."
got you." Mm-hmm.
And then
And
she
then she
said, "You
said,
stay
"You
in
stay
our
in our
room."
room."
So I said,
So I
"Well,
said,
let
"Well,
me
let me
check the
check the
flights."
flights.
Found a
Found a
flight.
flight.
I
I
think that
think
was
that was
less than
less
three
than
hundred dollars.
$300.
This was
This was
like
like the
not even
not
a
even a
week
week
before.
before.
So
So
everything fell
everything
into
fell into
place
place
very
very
quickly.
quickly. Mm-hmm.
And it was
And it
my
was my
first
first
one.
one.
I've
I've
never been
never
to
been
a
to a
convention
convention
before,
before,
political
political
convention
convention
before.
before.
And when I
And when I
say the
say the
energy
energy
was
was
amazing,
amazing,
it
yeah, it
was
was
truly
truly
amazing.
amazing.
People were
People were
so
so
fired
fired
up.
up.
But then
But
I
then I
think a
think a
breath of
breath of
fresh air,
fresh air,
not
not
just
just
because of
because of
Biden,
Biden,
but I
but I
also
also
think
think
because of
because of
Trump.
Trump. Mm-hmm.
Because
Because it's
people
people
constantly
constantly
start
start
feeling like
feeling
I'm
like I'm
hearing the
hearing the
same
same
old
old
thing
thing, yeah,
over and
over and
over.
over.
Now
Now
here's a
here's a
new
new
person,
person,
like a
like
new
a new
relationship.
relationship. Mm-hmm.
You get
Get
very
very
excited.
excited.
You're in the
You're in the
honeymoon
honeymoon
phase.
phase. Yeah.
And so
And
the
so the
energy
energy
was
was
really
really
great.
great.
It was
It was
positive.
positive.
One
One
name
name
calling, but of
calling, but of
course, you
course,
know,
you
with
know, with
anything, you
anything, you
got a
got a
little
little
ribbon
ribbon,
here and
here and
there,
there,
right?
right?
Um,
Um,
but when
but
they
when they
did the
did the
roll
roll
call
call
for the
for the
states,
states,
just
yeah,
like
just
they
like they
did
did
at
at
the
the
RNC, the
RNC, the
Republican
Republican
National
National
Convention,
Convention,
Georgia
Georgia
actually
actually
had
had
Little
Little
John
John
come
come
out. Did you
out.
see
Oh,
that
I
part?
seen that part.
Oh, that
Oh,
was
that was
so
so
hot.
hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
people were
people
just
were
going
just going
crazy, but
crazy, but it was
they had
they
a
had a
great
great
DJ.
DJ.
So,
So,
like I
like I
said, that
said,
was
that was
entertainment
entertainment
pretty
pretty
much.
much.
But
But
I
I
think
think
people were
people were
just there
just
on
there
one
on one
accord.
accord.
Everybody
Everybody
felt
felt
like
like
this is
this
our
is our
chance
chance
to
to
have
have
someone
someone
that
that
potentially can
potentially
get
can
in
get in
there.
there.
And she
And she
actually said
actually
in
said
one of
in one of
her
her
speeches the
speeches the
last
last
night
night
that she's
that
not
she's
going to
not
just
going
be
to
the
just be the
Democratic
Democratic
president, but
president,
she's
but
going to be
she's
the
going to be the
president for
president
all
for all
Americans.
Americans. That's true.
That
That
it's not
it's not
about putting
about putting
people in the
people in the
box
box
politically,
politically, mm-hmm,
because
because
truth be
truth be
told,
told,
I'm really
I'm really
about like
about like
you. At the
you.
end
At
of
the
the
end
day,
of the
my
day, my
philosophy
philosophy
is
is
do the
do
right
the
thing
right
for the
thing for
right
the right
reason.
reason. Mm-hmm.
And so
And
to
so
me,
to
it's a
me, it's a
bachelor of
bachelor of
content, your
content, your
character.
character. Yeah.
And to
And
me,
to
if
me,
you
if you
have the
have the
right
right
type of
type of
character and
character and
integrity,
integrity, mm-hmm,
then
then
your moral
your moral
compass is going
compass
to
is going
say,
to
I
say, I
want to do
want to
the
do the
right
right
thing
thing
regardless
regardless,
of
yeah,
party
of party
affiliation.
affiliation. That's true.
So,
So, because people look at politics and stuff as now it's like Trump has made it like a celebrity thing, like it's an individual thing, but it's really unified. It's really the party, the principles of what the party stands for as a whole. And when I was looking at that Democratic National Convention, I seen the America that I live in, because
mhm.
it's I live in Charlotte is a where I live at now, and it's like a multitude of of individuals. It's not
Mhm.
one specific race or nothing that you see. And when I looked at the Democratic National Convention, it was all people. But
Yes.
my question to you, day one, the way Biden was celebrated, what do you think about, like, how people are championing him for stepping down and celebrating him stepping down. It's like he put country over his individual wants and needs.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
and so
to
to
me
me,
that
that
part
part
was
was
very
very
moving
moving
Mm-hmm.
because
because
you can
you
only
can only
imagine
imagine
most
most
people
people
get into
get into
something
something
not to
not
do
to
it
do
for
it for
one
one
term,
term,
Mm-hmm.
but to
but to
complete
complete
it,
it,
which is
which is
two
two
terms.
terms.
Yeah.
And
And
so
so
in the
in the
beginning, as
beginning,
you
as you
recall,
recall,
after that
after that
debate,
debate,
which
which
bless his
bless his
heart, it
heart,
was
it was
very
very
painful. I
painful.
had to
I had to
stop
stop
watching
watching
it.
it
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it
because it
almost
almost
felt like
felt
you were
like you were
watching
watching
someone
someone
there
there
who
who
was a
was
little
a little
confused,
confused,
you
you
know,
know,
Mm-hmm.
just an
just an
elderly
elderly
person
person
that
Yeah.
did
that did
not need
not
to
need
be
to be
put in
put
that
in that
position
position
to
to
have to
have to
respond
respond
back
back
like
like
that.
that.
And
And
just
just
you
you
saw what
saw
I
what I
saw.
saw.
Yeah.
And he was
He was
adamant that
adamant
he
that
was
he was
not going to
not going to
step
step
down.
down.
Mm, yeah, he did say
He was
that
He was
right
very
very
after the
adamant that
adamant
he
that
debate.
he
was
was
not going
not
to
going to
step
step
down.
down.
And I'm
And
not
I'm not
sure
sure
what it
what it
was,
was,
what that
what that
moment
moment
for
for
him
him
personally
personally
was that
was that
said,
said,
if I
if I
stay in
stay
this
in this
race,
race,
the
the
odds
odds
are
are
there's not
there's
going to
not
be a
going to be a
chance.
chance.
Yeah. I, th-
You
You
I
know,
know,
I thought it might have been a blowout if he would have raced the way.
I
I
think so
think
too.
so too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
to be
to be
to
honest.
honest.
to say to that to move it forward, Kamala Harris has like re-energized the whole thought process of the presidential race. Trump,
Hmm.
to me, Trump has he was being celebrated by the media, and now I really don't even hear him no more. I wonder how did she do that? Like, how did she mute Trump?
Well, he's
Well, he's
really
really
not
not
muted.
muted.
He's
I
He's
just
know.
just
not
not
the
the
biggest
biggest
headline
headline
story
story
right
right
now.
now.
Yeah, at the moment.
And at the
And
end
at
of
the
the
end
day,
of the day,
you
you
said it
said it
correctly.
correctly.
He's a
The
celebrity.
celebrity.
Yeah.
That
That
gentleman is
gentleman
a
is a
celebrity
celebrity
who's
who's
had a
had a
reality
reality
type
type
show
show
Mm-hmm.
before,
before,
and he
and he
loves the
loves the
limelight and the
limelight and the
spotlight.
spotlight.
That's
And I
true.
And I
think
think
any way
any
he
way he
can
can
get
get
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think with
think with
Kamala
Kamala
Harris,
Harris,
like with
like with
most
most
VPs,
VPs,
people are
people are
like, well,
like, well,
where has
where
she
has she
been?
been?
She
She
never
never
said
said
anything.
anything.
That's the
That's the
lane of a
lane of a
VP.
VP.
You
You
don't
don't
say
say
anything.
anything.
You
You
do.
You
stay
stay
in your
in your
lane.
lane.
That's not
That's
to
not
say
to say
that you're
that you're
not
not
meeting with
meeting with
the
the
president
president
and you
and
all
you
are
all are
not
not
conferring
conferring
on
on
decisions
decisions
and the
and the
moves that
moves
need
that
to be
need to be
made with
made
other
with other
strategists.
strategists.
But it
But
is
it
the
is the
VP's
VP's
position
position
to
to
not
not
overshadow
overshadow
the
the
president,
president,
but to
but to
be
be
there
there
and
and
willing
willing
and
and
available
available
in the
in the
event
event
that they
that they
had to
had to
step
step
into
into
that
that
role.
role.
Mm-hmm.
And so
And
for
so for
people who
people
say,
who
well,
say, well,
she's
she
never
never
said
said
anything,
anything,
well,
well,
what
what
VP have we
VP
ever
have we
seen
ever
that did
seen that
say
did say
anything?
anything?
Yeah, I didn't
That's
see.
just,
That's
yeah,
just, yeah,
that's not
that's
their
not their
role.
role.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
for
for
her,
her,
I
I
think
think
that this
that
was
this was
our
our
first
first
chance of
chance of
really
really
seeing
seeing
who she
who she
really
really
is.
is.
We've
Mm-hmm.
seen
We've
her
seen her
sit in the
sit in the
wings for a
wings for a
long
long
time,
time,
and she
and
knew
she knew
that
that
there's so
there's so
much at
much at
stake
stake
in
Mm-hmm.
this
in this
race.
race.
And
And
so
so
for
for
them to
them to
have that
have that
design
design
for us
for
to
us
be
to
able to
be able to
celebrate
celebrate
this
this
moment in
moment in
history,
history,
because this
because
is
this is
history
history
making
Yeah,
for
making
this
for
is
him
history.
him
and for
and for
America.
America.
Multitudes of history.
Yes,
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
yes.
So
So
I
I
applaud
applaud
him and
him
his
and his
family
family
for
for
making that
making that
decision,
decision.
because
Because
at
at
the end of
the
the
end
day,
of
I
the day,
don't
I
like
don't
to
like to
see
see
anyone
anyone
in a
in a
position
position
where
where
they're
they're
making
making
themselves
themselves
look
look
less
less
than what
than
they
what they
really
really
are.
are.
Yeah.
And I
And I
think
think
because of his
because of his
age,
age,
some
some
cognitive
cognitive
things,
things,
it
it
just
just
wasn't
wasn't
good for
good for
him
him
Yeah.
on that
on that
debate.
debate.
So
So this was
it was
it was
great, and
great,
there was
and
a
there was a
lot of
lot of
love
love
in
in
that
that
place
place
at that
at that
particular
particular
moment.
moment.
Yeah, they gave him a real standing ovation.
Yes.
Yes.
Um, Trump isn't that much younger than him, though, to be honest, if we're going to talk about an age thing. But
Hmm.
I want to play one of the first clips because the Obamas, when they came out, they speak so elegantly and powerfully.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
When I heard this, it made me think of like, it's mandatory for me to vote because I started thinking about the history and the people who fought for me to vote and how
Yes.
people nowadays aren't appreciative of just the act because it's normalized to them to have the opportunity to. But it was a point when our voice wasn't getting heard and American people wasn't appreciated. And then I heard this. Let me play the clip.
In a closely divided country, a country where too many Americans are still struggling, where a lot of Americans don't believe government can help. And as we gather here tonight, the people who will decide this election are asking a very simple question. Who will fight for me? Who's thinking about my future, about my children's future, about our future together?
Man. The reason I played that clip and why that clip caught my attention, I want to know what caught your attention about Obama's speech also. But why that caught my attention is because the job is to serve the people of America. The president job, to be of service to people of the country. And it's not for your personal gain or for you to help other individuals evolve or certain individuals. It's for all people. That's my perception of it. To serve and help all people. And when I think about the candidates running, who is going to fight for my groceries to be lower? Who is going to fight for interest rates to go down so I can invest? Who is going to fight for me? Basically, that's what I'm thinking. And what caught your attention about Obama's speech when you was there?
Yeah. I'll tell you, just the eloquence of he and his wife, but especially, that here is a person that's so down to earth, that speaking from the heart, and you can tell it is genuinely from the heart, that he's concerned and worried about too. Who is going to fight, not just for him, but for his children and his children's children. And we would be remiss if we sat here and had this conversation and felt things, convince ourselves that all things are still fair and even. They never have been in this country for African Americans, for Black people. So we have to think about it on a totally different level. Who's going to fight for us as African Americans? The same way I'm sure that there are immigrants here that think about that too. And at the end of the day, and when you rack and stack that, it should be a little kind of obvious to people who's going to fight specifically for you to keep your rights. Because if you haven't checked out this Project 2025, that Trump is saying, we don't know anything about it. There are people who were on his team, his strategists, who are some of the people who developed this, playbooks, if you will, that is saying this will be the mandate of the next presidency for Donald Trump. And it is not time to Black people.
Yeah.
It is rolling back civil rights rulings. When you start talking about you're going to get rid of the Department of Education, which means you're going to cut out Head Start, that was eradicated in 1965 to help people living in poverty, but specifically of color. So our children, number one, have a safe space to be able to go to and learn while parents are trying to work. And a lot of times that's single parents. Making sure that it's addressing health and equity, food, mental health and behavioral services, that you're clear, you're taking that away. That's gone.
And that's like, to me, Head Start, you'll know if the child is being treated right at home by the way they come to Head Start also.
Absolutely.
Project 2025, I wanted to do a reaction video to it. I'm 250 pages in. I didn't know it was 900 pages long.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shortcut the people. I want to read the whole thing. But
Yes. That's a different conversation. Yeah. But people need to be aware that it exists. And it, in fact, is what will be the playbook for this next presidency for Donald Trump. And it will change the Constitution, where he can remain president
permanently.
Permanently.
Yeah, that's what he's...
And become a dictator.
What's crazy, like, if it's 900 pages long, what is all in it that can affect the people? That's what interests me. Like, what's in it?
A
A
lot. The
lot. The
definition of a
definition of a
family,
family,
Mm-hmm.
what's
what's
considered a
considered a
family.
family,
It
Mm.
would
it
now
would
have
now
to
have to
be
be
a
a
man
man
who is the
who is the
head of the
head of the
house,
house,
a
a
woman who
woman
is the
who is the
mother
mother
with
with
children.
children.
It
It
cannot be a
cannot be a
single
single
parent
parent
household considered
household
a
considered
family.
a family.
Mm.
So it
So
is
it is
more,
more,
I'm not going
I'm
to
not
say
going to say
draconian in a
draconian in a
sense, but I
sense, but
think
I
it's
think it's
taking us
taking us
back in
back in
time
time
where it
where
is a
it is
more
a more
male
male
dominancy
dominancy
in
in
society. So
society.
it's
So it's
really
really
shifting in
shifting
society.
society.
You know, a lot of a male-dominated society. I want to talk about that, but I want to say something before we move forward. In that, is that when I played that clip, you said something that caught my attention. Who will fight for me? And you said he's concerned about his children's future. See, I didn't think about that because I don't have children. But
Mhm.
even if you're a leader, even if you're a billionaire, powerful, or a ex-president, a mayor, or whatever, you got to be concerned, especially about the future of this country if you have children. I didn't think about how powerful that was
Right.
and how
Now,
Now,
serious the
let me
race
give you a
give you a
is.
caveat.
caveat.
But if
But
you're a
if you're a
billionaire,
billionaire,
do you
do
have
you
to be
have to
that
be that
concerned?
concerned?
The only
The
thing
only
you
thing
have to
you
worry
have to
about
worry about
somebody
somebody
fighting
fighting
you
you
for
for
is
is
making sure
making
you
sure
get
you
the
get the
best
best
tax
tax
breaks
breaks
so you
Hmm.
so
can
you
keep
can
the
keep the
majority of your
majority of your
money.
money.
Yeah, that is true.
So I
So
think
I
it,
think
it
it,
hits
it hits
different
different
when you're
when
just
you're
an
just an
average,
average,
everyday
everyday
person,
person, middle
or
class or
less,
less,
as far as
as
your
far as your
economic
economic
status.
status.
We're the
We're the
ones that are
ones that are
getting
getting
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah. I had a question to ask you about taxes too. This is, you mentioned it, and it's kind of early for me to ask it, but uh, I'm not aware that it's different taxes for different tax brackets. I wasn't aware of that till recently. And I'm just thinking of me personally. If I was the leader of the free world, I would make everybody taxes exactly the same. And the reason I would do that is because I don't want to hinder the poor. I want to help the poor, and I don't want to hinder the rich, me personally, because I think the rich create the opportunity for the poor. Am I wrong in that way of thinking?
You're not
You're not
wrong in that
wrong in
way of
that way of
thinking,
thinking,
but I
but I
would
would
challenge
challenge
you
you
to
to
expand
expand on that,
on your
on your
view of
view of
that,
that,
because
because
we are
we are
talking
talking
about there are
about there are
people
people
who live
who
in
live
the
in the
United
United
States
States
that
that
are
are
multi-billionaires.
multi-billionaires.
And if
And if
they're
they're
only
only
paying the
paying the
same
same
rate
rate
that we
that
pay,
we pay,
even on
even
those
on those
billions,
billions,
that's
that's
still not
still
going
not
to
going to
potentially be
potentially be
enough
enough
money for
money
us to
for us
be
to
able to
be able to
run the
run the
country.
country.
Okay.
And
And
remember,
remember,
not
not
only do
only
they
do
have
they
their
have their
own
own
personal
personal
billions,
billions,
but
but
they
they
are
are
incorporated
incorporated
with
with
businesses,
businesses,
with
with
Mm-hmm.
stock,
stock,
with
with
bonds.
bonds.
And
And
so
so
when you
when
hear
you hear
that
that
phrase, a
phrase,
lot
a
of
lot of
times the
times the
rich
rich
keep getting
keep getting
richer
richer
and the
and the
poor
poor
keep
keep
getting
getting
poor.
poor.
It's true.
It's
It's
through the
through the
tax
tax
system.
system.
And
Yeah.
I
And
don't
I
know
don't know
enough
enough
about it to
about
be
it to
able
be
to
able to
break it
break it
down to
down to
you
you
about
about
how
how
much
much
less
less
on
on
billions or
billions or
millions of
millions of
dollars that
dollars that
rich
rich
people
people
pay.
pay.
But when
But
it's
when
off
it's
the
off the
backs of
backs of
people who
people
are
who are
poor
poor
and
and
middle
middle
class
class
working
working
people,
people,
They
that's
should
that's
not
not
fair.
fair.
they should pay their taxes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially if they're
Everybody should
Everybody
getting.
pay
should pay
Yeah,
their
their
fair
that
fair
share.
share.
that's true.
So
That's
So
my
true.
my
fair
fair
share
share
may be
may be
different
different
from a
from a
single
single
mother
mother
that
that
has
had
four
four
children.
children.
Mm-hmm.
My fair
My
share
fair
was
share was
different when
different
I
when
was
I
a
was a
single
single
mother with
mother
three
with three
children
children
Mm-hmm.
versus now.
versus now.
Yeah.
So
So
The reason I say that is because I'm not a rich person or nothing, but as I get older, I've been making more money as I get older and I get smarter or whatever. And just a couple of years ago, I made the most money I ever made in my life. And tax time came around and I was devastated. I was devastated. I never thought that even existed. And I listened to certain individuals that's influencers on social media that said that they made 2 billion last year and they had to spend $350 million in taxes or something like that. And they said that if I had those $350 million in my possession, I could have used it to create opportunities for people around me and help other people around me. But I gave it to the government and they're using it to fund things that's not in the best interest of the American people. That's the only reason I was thinking like that. But
Right. And
uh,
so
uh,
those
So those
people
people
probably
probably
need
need
to
to
get some
get some
tips from
tips from
people
people
who have
who have
had a
had a
lot of
lot of
money for
money
a
for a
long
long
time
time
because they
because they
find
find
all
all
types of
types of
tax
tax
loopholes,
loopholes,
mhm.
those
those
types of
types of
things,
things,
write-offs.
write-offs.
And that's
And
why a
that's why
lot
a
of
lot of
people
people
start
start
LLCs.
LLCs.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Limited liability to the tax. That's basically what it's
yes,
saying.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
before we get to the next clip, you spoke about like he's rolling it back with Project 2025 so men can be the dominant uh, again. Because at this current time, I think that women are so educated and highly educated, they just running away with the opportunities and they're putting themselves in position, and I think it's earned. I don't think it's given because I know a lot of highly educated women. I really listen to majority women speak because I learn so much from women, and I think that it should just be an open market, no matter what the sex is. It shouldn't
It
It
be.
should
should
be.
be.
If
Yeah,
If
everything were
everything were
fair
fair
and
and
equal,
equal,
but
but
we
we
know
know
they're
they're
not.
not.
And
that's
this
And
true.
is
this is
why,
why,
there were
there were
so
so
many
many
different
different
laws
laws
that
that
had to
had to
go
go
into
into
place,
place.
civil
Civil
rights
rights
acts
acts
that had to
had
go
to
into
go into
place.
place.
And
And
then,
then
we had
we
to
had to
put
put
in
in
diversity,
diversity,
inclusion,
inclusion,
and
and
equity
equity
type
type
things,
things,
which
which
now
now
have
have
gotten
gotten
rolled
rolled
back.
back.
Yeah, I just seen that recently too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, what did now the lady that had me fired up at the DNC? I can't remember her name, but she's running for Senate um, in from Maryland,
Oh, I
Oh, I
can't
think
think of her
her
name
name
off
off
the
the
top
top
of
of
my
my
head.
head.
and
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she did something in PG County and Prince George County near DC, and she was speaking, and the way she was talking, I think that she may be the future of the Democratic Party. And
Absolutely.
she was speaking, but I can't remember her name for some reason. It's on the tip of my tongue, and I just wanted to know if you remember her anything about her speech or whatever when
I
you
I
do
do
remember her
remember her
speech,
speech,
but
but
don't
don't
remember
remember
her
her
name.
name.
And
And
I
I
agree
agree
with you.
with you.
She
She
was a
was a
very
very
powerful
powerful
speaker,
speaker,
hmm
who I
who I
think
think
can
can
be
be
the
the
voice
voice
hmm
of the
of the
future of
future
the
of the
party.
party.
Yeah,
Because we
Because we
have to
have
have
to have
people
people
who
who
can
can
stand
stand
on
on
policy,
policy,
can
can
stand
stand
on
on
content of
content
their
of their
character,
character,
and
hmm
not
and not
afraid
afraid
to
to
stand
stand
up to
up to
people
people
who
who
will
will
railroad
railroad
and
and
bulldoze
bulldoze
over
over
you
you
with
with
hmm
rhetoric
rhetoric
and
yeah,
and
try to
try to
scare
scare
you
you
yeah,
from
from
continuing to
continuing to
fight.
fight.
And that's
And
why I
that's why I
said
said
before,
before,
I
I
think it's
think it's
sad that
sad
we
that we
feel like
feel
we
like we
have to
have to
fight.
fight.
that we shouldn't
You
even
know,
have to feel like
that
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 word
word
should not
should not
even
even
come
come
into
into
play.
play.
because if we was a unified country, why are we fighting each other for position
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
conversation?
It could
Yeah.
It could
just be a
just be a
healthy
healthy
competition
competition
like it
like it
should be,
should be,
hmm
rather
rather
than
than
calling,
calling,
all
all
this
this
foolishness
foolishness
that's
that's
really
really
unnecessary,
unnecessary,
and it
and it
turns
turns
people
people
off
off
toward
hmm
toward
politics and
politics and
government.
government.
It does. It does. It really does. And people, and really, if you make yourself knowledgeable about politics and government, it can actually assist you because you'll see that
Absolutely.
there are genuine people in politics and government that's doing things to help benefit the people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm not going to take too much more of your time, Gwen. I got one more clip because we're
Okay.
running up on almost an hour. One more clip, and I want to play. I think it's about the home buying process or Trump calling her not black or something. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to play it.
Okay.
At the end of my first term, we will end America's housing shortage by building 3 million new homes and rentals that are affordable for the middle class. We will do that together. We will do that together. And we will make sure those homes actually go to working and middle class Americans, not just investors.
I'm gonna play both of her clips so
Okay.
so I can shorten the time.
You suggested that you happened to turn black recently for political purposes, questioning a core part of your identity.
Yeah.
Any?
Same old tired playbook.
Next question, please.
That's it?
That's it.
So one of them was from the convention, and the other one was from the interview that they did at CNN last night. And people on social media was, I don't want to use the word kill, but people on social media was bashing her for not answering that question about being black.
So I think what's important to pick up on, she said, same old playbook. Because isn't this what he did with Obama? He said he wasn't a United States citizen. And so I think what she's doing is she didn't want to entertain that for him to see that bothered her and that he can latch on to it. You know how people are when they bullies. They keep on jabbing at you to see what bothers you. And when they find what gives the biggest reaction that bothers you, they latch on to it and they don't let go.
That's true.
And so I think that's the reason why, because at the end of the day, she's like, I don't have to explain that I'm black to him or anybody else.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You know I'm black.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Obama. Now, what I would say is, even with Obama, is that he really isn't black. He's biracial.
Yeah.
His mother's white.
Yeah.
Her daddy's black. But now think about it. This is how people have construed it when they felt like black people were inferior. There's still people in America who feel that way. If you have one drop of black blood in your system, you automatically black. Forget anything else.
Ooh, that is true. That is the way
So,
that
yeah.
white supremacy viewed it, because they wanted to keep their race pure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I would say this is the reason why she took that stand to say, I'm not going to entertain that foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wish she just said that. But again, she's trying to tap it down some and not go toe to toe with him.
Mm-hmm.
Foolishness for foolishness.
Yeah.
So I get that. But again, we the people, we kind of like that in a sense. Because most of us think, oh, she should have came back and said, oh, yes, I'm black. Here's why I'm black.
Yeah.
She said that multiple times before. So why do I have to keep proving that I'm black?
They have made it into an entertainment show instead of politics. Like, I like it's true. I like the way she remained poised and calm and spoke her words the way that she did, because it don't have to be a battle or a fight for that, though. But the first clip that I played, I want to know who is paying for those $25,000. Is that gonna be?
So you know what? Somebody's got to pay for it. And I have a feeling that when she starts rolling back tax breaks for billionaires, multi-billionaires, and multi-millionaires, that's probably where it's going to come from.
Okay.
You know, now my biggest thing that I hope that we'll be able to kind of scale back some of the support to these wars that are going on.
Oh my goodness.
Because wars are very expensive, and especially if we get pulled into one with having our troops to have intervene. So, yeah. But I mean, I love the way she's thinking, because she's thinking this is the push that building the middle class back and pulling people into the middle class.
Yeah.
It's about home ownership.
That's
And they
only
need
way.
some help.
Yeah. Now, I may not be aware of what I'm saying. What I'm saying, I'm just thinking. I'm assuming again. Who are these homes going to go to? Now, I'm not a racist guy, even though the definition of racist has changed over the years. It used to mean one concerned with their own race at one time, but it has changed. And I think that I'm assuming that these homes is going to go to illegals.
No. So when you talking about getting federal dollars, they're going to ensure that you are an American citizen.
That might have to be the first thing.
Right. So that's the first thing. So any federal program where you get money from, it's almost like you have to prove that what your name means, birth certificate, social security, everything
Work,
else.
all type of stuff.
Yes.
W-2s.
Yes. So there will be some safeguards in place, like with anything we're talking about getting federal dollars. Now, what I like that she said was that these homes would be for truly working middle class people and not investors to buy them, to flip them
Yeah.
and make a profit off of them.
Yeah, that is good because if you put your home on the market now, a family won't get it. If anybody put their home on the market, it's not a family. The first person that's going to come to you and try to buy it is going to be an investor.
I'm
I'm
telling
telling
you, I
you,
get
I
those
get those
calls all
calls
the
all the
time.
time.
And I
And I
just say,
just say,
I'm not
I'm not
interested.
interested.
Take
Take
my
my
number off
number
my
off your
list and
list
hang
and hang
up.
up.
Yeah.
Because if
Because
they
if they
see
see
that you,
that
I
you,
think
I
they
think
go
they
through
go
the
through the
tax
tax
rolls or
rolls or
something.
something.
If they
If
see
they
you on
see
a
you on a
property,
property
and what
and
they're
what they're
banking
banking
on
on
is that
is
they're
that
going
they're
to
going
catch
to catch
somebody,
somebody
and you
and
have
you
some
have
kind
some
of
kind of
financial
financial
crisis
crisis
going
going
on,
on
and you
and
need
you
some
need some
fast
fast
money,
money
and that you
and
might
that you
sell
might
that
sell that
property.
property.
Yeah.
And the
And
other
the
thing
other
that
thing that
gets
gets
us,
us,
and why
and
we
why
see
we see
gentrification
gentrification
spread so
spread so
quickly a lot
quickly
of
a lot of
times
times
in the
in the
Black
Black
community,
community,
is
is
because there's
because
a
there's a
home that's
home
been
that's been
left to
left to
someone, a
someone, a
grandmama
grandmama
or
Mm-hmm.
great
or great
grandmama,
grandmama,
and
and
a
a
younger
younger
generation.
generation.
And some
And
of
Hey.
some
us
of
that
us
are
that are
grown
grown
folks,
folks,
we don't
we don't
understand
understand
about
about
paying
paying
taxes
taxes
on
on
Mm-hmm.
property.
property.
Yeah.
And
And
so, and
so,
they'll
and
let
they'll
it
let
go
it
for
go
so
for so
long.
long.
And the
And
next
the
thing
next
you
thing you
know,
know,
they come
they
to get
come
your
to get your
property
property
at
at
and
Right.
and
auction it
auction it
off.
off.
Yeah, you got to sell it or you got to pay
Yeah,
the taxes. And if you don't sell it, we're going to just take it. And somebody
exactly.
can
But
Exactly.
they
pay
And
will
the
they will
sell it.
sell it.
and the only thing we want is the tax money. We don't even want what it's worth.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they
But
do.
those,
But
They
doesn't,
yeah.
yeah.
But the
But the
investors
investors
sit
sit
back and
back and
watch
watch
that.
that.
And
And
that's how
that's
they
how they
start
start
on
on
properties.
properties.
hmm Yeah, I personally want to see people in more homes. I want to see people assisted and everything. And I don't think it's a shortage though in homes for some reason. I just personally think that the wages don't match the prices. And if she can get homes and the prices are reasonable, then I commend that and I salute that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's
And
going
that's
to be
going
a
to be a
balancing
balancing
act.
act.
Like I
Like I
said,
said,
when you
when you
sit it
sit
and
it and
see,
see,
you
you
see a
see a
whole
whole
totally
totally
different
different
view.
view.
So I
So
can
I can
only
only
imagine
imagine
sitting in
sitting in
that
that
highest
highest
position of
position of
power.
power.
But
hmm
it's
But
a
it's a
balancing
balancing
act.
act.
Yeah.
Because
Because
think
think
about it.
about it.
Every
Every
time we
time we
raise
raise
minimum
minimum
wage,
wage,
hmm
the
the
undue
undue
burden is
burden is
now on
now
the
on the
business.
business.
Yeah.
So
So
just so
just
when
so
you
when
hear
you hear
about
about
McDonald's
McDonald's
and
and
Burger
Burger
King,
King
they're having to
having to
raise their
raise their
prices.
prices.
So
So
who does
who
that
does that
affect?
affect?
Us,
Us,
we the
we the
consumer.
consumer.
That's facts.
So
So
everything
everything
for
for
you know, there's
there's
a
a
reaction,
reaction
hmm
and
and
there's a
there's a
consequence
consequence
to it.
to it.
Somebody has
Somebody
to
has to
pay,
pay.
and
And
so
so
that's what's
that's
going
what's
to be
going to
the
be the
interesting
interesting
part.
part.
I recently went to Los Angeles and I seen a plethora of businesses closed down. And they said it was due to the minimum wage being raised to $25 an hour in LA County. And they can't afford, people are not going to, the place is going to be empty and they have to pay people $25 an hour. They can't stay open because they can't sell a burger for 30 bucks or
Exactly.
30 bucks a piece and then nobody's going to come. So it's like you said, it's a reaction. It's
Yep.
always going to be a reaction. I thank you for coming on my show, Gwen. I highly appreciate you.
Well,
Well,
thank you for
thank you for
having me. I
having me. I
really
really
enjoyed it.
enjoyed it.
And I would like to invite you on after the presidential conversation if you would want to come back on.
Yes,
Yes, I
would
would
love
love
that.
that.
Because that's gonna I think I can't wait to see them converse with each other and see how it
Oh
Oh
transpires.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna
it's
be
gonna be
interesting.
interesting.
But you
But
know
you know
what's
what's
here's the
here's the
thing.
thing.
He's
He's
hard
hard
headed.
headed.
He
He
won't
won't
listen
listen
because
Yeah.
because
you've
you've
heard on a
heard on a
lot of the
lot of the
news
news
stations
stations
say
say
his
his
people
people
telling
telling
him,
him,
pipe it
pipe it
down.
down.
Be more
Be more
civil.
civil.
Stop
Stop
calling her
calling her
names.
names.
Attack the
Attack it
person you're
personally,
attacking.
attacking people.
But
But
he is
he
who
is who
he
he
is.
He
is.
That's his
cannot do that
character.
on national TV, say anything bad about her like that's a woman. He got to remember it's a woman and then it's a black woman.
Yep.
If he say anything crazy, he's gone out the window. Just like Hulk Hogan just did recently. Did you
Yes,
see
Yes,
that?
that's
yes, I
yes, I
did.
did.
He
It's
said he wanted to
crazy.
Crazy.
slam Kamala Harris. That was crazy.
Just
Just
ignorant.
ignorant.
But
But
again, you
again, you
got a
got a
person who
person who
used to
used
be
to
the
be the
president
president
who is
who is
encouraging
encouraging
that
that
type
type
of
of
reckless
reckless
and
and
dangerous
dangerous
behavior
behavior
and
and
speech.
speech.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
so with
so,
that
with that
said, it's
said,
like,
it's like,
what do you
what do you
expect?
expect?
But for
But for
Trump,
Trump,
it is
it is
women
women
should be
should be
seen and
seen and
not
not
heard,
heard,
as
as
evidenced
evidenced
by
by
his
his
wives,
wives,
the
the
women that
women that
he
he
in his
in his
lives.
life.
That's true. That's true.
So sad but true. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And I appreciate you. In closing, I want to say, man, you're welcome on my platform anytime. I'm going to continue to reach out to you if I have, even not if we're doing a show, I want to reach out to you and converse with you about your thoughts on certain things because I'm trying my best to become a person that serves the community that I live in and go back home and help people out also. And I want to reach out to you more, and I encourage anybody that's watching this podcast, go follow Gwen. I'm gonna put links to her social media and her websites. Go converse with her and gain some of the knowledge from her and assist her.
Yes, and
Thank
I
you.
also want to add, if you're doing
If you're doing
something
something
positive,
positive,
please share
please
that
share
with
that
me
with
on
me
my
on my
page.
page.
I'd love
I'd
to
love to
support
support
you.
you. Okay, I will. Thank you. You have a blessed day, Gwen. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
you.
You
You
too.
too.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Take
Take
care.
care. Bye bye.
Detroit